So close to that sweep last night. Just right there in front of us. Now, I don't know what to say. If you were sweating, dripping through that Dodgers Rays game, I understand. I have no reason to complain because I don't know how the hell we got out of that Guardians first inning without a run. What in the world? Seriously, you're looking at that. No outs. There's a guy. There's another guy. Base is loaded. No, it's just like, oh my god, this is it. The bet's cooked, and they survived. So the baseball gods gave, and they taketh away immediately, it seemed. But look, we're 2-1. We're 82-70 on the year. There's no problem. We're 82-70 actually in a little slump, and we're still providing some winning nights. I know we got swept out of the building on Saturday, but I told you Monday we were going to erase that taste. Would have been nice to get the sweep. I understand we didn't. We're back. We're back here. Thumbs up. Subscribe on YouTube. Hopefully you're following along at Odds Shopper at Shander Show. Let's get to the three. I have to let you know, right? 21 or older gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Anywhere from $10 up to $1,250. It's super simple. Your first bet, if you miss it, is back on Caesars. So just think about that, right? Like just looking at the opportunity of what you can do. In fact, and there it is right there, our three plays have already been put together thanks to Caesars into a nice plus 473 parlay. So we sweep the board tonight. It's your first bet on Caesars at plus 500. And guess what? You walk home a winner. Not bad. $2,300 profit or so. That's pretty good. First play, we're going right back. Same play as last night, except this time he's going to hit. Right? How many times have you said that about whatever strategy? And no, I don't think we're running ourselves into the ground by any means. I think we're just taking on the fact that these two teams have legit bats swinging. We saw already Mookie Betts. We talked about him in a couple of videos. You've got very few Ks that hurt, meaning like guys atop the lineup that may strike out, but also aren't doing stuff to mitigate that. Chris Bassett, Julio Urias, I'll take my shot here. Now, Urias has the super low walk rate. Bassett working with a little bit better at 7.2. That's fine. I'm not worried about walking so much as I am to contact. And I think you can get around both of these guys with these lineups. All right. I'm not talking about a dog shit baseball team. I'm talking about these lineups. All right. Let's keep it moving. The YRFI train moves on to Chicago. All right. North side at South side. And this is another matchup here that I think is exploitable and worth playing. Kopech. I don't know why that always sounds great with that Philly accent. I mean, look, the guy's either feast or famine with the Ks. He is limiting batting average, so I will give him that. But guys are still getting on base. They're still finding ways to get on base. And on the other side of this, Kyle Hendricks, like, all right, great. You're not going to walk anybody. That's fine. But you start to look at the X batting average, 254, the glaring issue with the 16.1 K rate, not enough to overcome. Just simply not enough. And at the YRFI point where we get off, and now I have to hit you with an NRFI, we're talking about pitchers that you can take advantage of that will be giving up base runners. And that's what we're targeting here. That's what we've targeted when we've won. That's what we've targeted when we've stayed alive to thrive on a losing night. All right. Last night, all right, we saw this one here. If you didn't play it, that's fine. We didn't talk about it as far as a play, but it was just brought up in just circumstance, I guess. Big one for Detroit. How about that? Early in the day to close out there in San Fran, return home. Now it's the Angels. So Griffin Canning is the guy that we are going to rely a lot on the road against the Detroit team that is not KC bad. And we've talked about that kind of at length whenever they come up, which is they're vulnerable because they're still, 10 whatever or so below, but they've improved to where they're not just a doormat. It's going to be tough. Eduardo Rodriguez is up for the task. 27K rate to 5.5 walk rate, 289 xWOBA, not giving up loud contact either. Griffin Canning has to come in with that 25 to 7.5K to walk rate and say, all right, let me establish. You come in and you establish, and we've got ourselves a winner. NRFI in Detroit, YRFI in Chicago. There's only one. YRFI in the Dodgers game out in LA since the Angels are on the road. Now, here's the beauty of what we're going to do before we get you out of here on the road. Speaking of which, I'm going to give you some home run plays. But what I need from you is to sign up below. Look, it's super easy, right? 70% off your first month. That's less than a cup of coffee a day. All right. Whatever coffee you're drinking, if it's more than that, stop and reduce. This is it. And these are the home run plays. This is it. Home run plays. Oscar Colas, Whit Merrifield. Look at that Merrifield. Oh, my. 10-1 versus 6-1 everywhere else. You telling me that that's not a mistake? FanDuel understands. Come on, come bet with us. Come bet with us. I love that. Jason Hayward in the house. A couple of other guys, including MJ Melendez, usual suspect. There's width on Owen Miller. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Those are your plays, and I'll see you on the way out.